So yesterday I posted a video saying I would recap and recall the past week. It's been really, I need to recap and recall the past 10 days or so. Not really in any chronological order because I'm here in Missouri now at that same lake, Fuller Lake I believe it's called. Found more of a prairie to walk along this fence row, and it's quiet except for the occasional vehicle that comes by. And not only are there big loud pickups, for whatever reason people like that, and they're almost always speeding, so that always makes it worse as far as the sound goes. Other than that, it's quiet. That's what I'm seeking out. And got up here from a couple nights in Oklahoma. I was with my family, and that was great. It's just, a lot going on. Turned in my current tractor, so I'm not on a tractor at all. And I'm gonna sign a lease, so all that is going on. As well as I was in hot and humid Texas for a few days. I don't really care that it's hot and humid, or if it's blistering cold, or in between. It's whatever. I used to always crave the winter. Now I appreciate each and every day and all the seasons as they come. I came from see that white object? Way beyond it, so I'm gonna walk back that way. Anyways, that's what's been going on. It's been a huge week, bunch of miles, running that clock down, getting low. That's always a little nerve-wracking. You don't want to break the law, even if you never have to, but won't say it. Anyways, not just decided, but the company mini fleet I was on has gone belly up. Won't give you all the details, and I'm more or less losing my job, so I decided to just roll with the punches and go ahead and sign a lease. I guess I'll take any lease that comes my way, whether it's 3 months, 10 months, or 3 years, just so I can start working again as soon as possible. So that's where I'm at. At least I'm showered, and the majority of my clothes are clean and laundered again from being in Oklahoma City. Barefoot as much as I can be when it allows. And I'm fasting today, kind of accidentally. So every time I eat fast food, or almost every time I eat fast food, I think, Joel, I have to be careful not to talk real bad and down to myself, because that's just an indication that I was lazy, and I was the one that failed to prepare and plan my week so that I could cook. So there's one part of it. Part two is that I don't really have any place to cook right now. So I definitely needed to have prepared in advance, which I did only for one meal. And also, not just fast food, but going out to eat almost anywhere, it's such a disappointing experience compared to what a home-cooked meal 99% of the time is better than meals from restaurants, except for pizza probably. And then the experience at restaurants, just having to tip someone because they're serving you food, it sucks, only because I know I can cook it for cheaper, healthier, probably tastier, always less expensive. So that aspect of tipping really stinks. Even though I worked for tips for years, I showed people a good time. Restaurants, the whole experience, sit down, waiter, doesn't matter, server, they talk to you much. They need to talk less and just fill up your drinks more. And drinks, I mean water and root beer, whatever you get. And if I wanted dessert, I would tell you, don't ask me. If I wanted something, I will tell you, don't ask me. My parents and I were recently served by my 9 and 10-year-old nieces. And that dining experience was like, wow, it was so good. that's the definition of being served. I would tip them. Probably should have, actually, in retrospect, now that I'm thinking about it. Sorry. And that was, I thought, that ruins my restaurant experience even more. Anyways, so I'm fasting, grounding, walking, soft fasting because I keep my mouth and stomach a little distracted by sunflower seeds. And trying to only save money right now, especially for the next foreseeable 10 months. I'm going hardcore, $150 a week budget, which I've only gone over once by not even $4 full dollars. And the several weeks prior to that, I was a dollar or two or five or 18 under. So in that respect, I very much so haven't gone over my budget a single time, depending on how you look at it. It's really freeing being disciplined in that regard. And with my company, based here in Springfield, once you actually get on, or once you are completely done training and you're really on your own, so to say, if you come in, although heavily discounted, you still have to pay for a motel or hotel at the company's motel hotels. So I don't want to do that. I'm willing to sleep in the back of my truck. It's easy enough, especially with an air mattress, and if you find some shade, I'll survive. And then, but you can shower for free. And also, along with that, I scored one of the free bunk rooms. So you don't have to bunk with anyone, which is fine, although I'm used to the hostel life. And so I was able to get a roof over my head, a cool air-conditioned environment, completely pitch dark. So pitch dark that when I got up to go pee in the middle of the night, I actually couldn't find or remember where I was. I love that feeling. And showered again this morning. I hope I can definitely go shower here in the next 3 or 4 hours. And maybe I can score a free bunk room. That'd be sweet. As well as we'll see, I have the discipline to not eat the rest of the day. So, long 10 days. A lot of positive things. Oh, and did I mention, totally forgot to mention, I broke down. 50 miles north of Houston, good and bad thing, right? Because you're out of the heat, concrete jungle of the city. You're also away from villains and creeps in the city of Houston, which I tell you what, Texas certainly has villains and creeps in Houston and Dallas at least. And bad because it could have taken a long time to get parts. So the mechanic that came and replaced the part, I'll say that, he didn't fix it, different than replacing, he just replaced it. I'm still thankful nonetheless. And that whole ordeal took 3 or 3.5 hours. So I drove until 1 in the morning to get north of Dallas. Driving through Dallas at night, way better of an experience. It actually looks like a cool city because Dallas, when you see it in the daytime, it's very lame looking. And obviously not traffic, so that's great. I'm sure Dallas is fine on foot or in person, but when you come across the 4th or 5th largest city in America, it is a very sterile, boring, unimpressive looking downtown. Doesn't look cool like Kansas City, Chicago, Portland, New York, Boston, Philly, even DC. DC doesn't have anything higher than the Washington Monument, right? But when you see the monument from the bridge on, what is that? It's the belt loop around, so that must be $6.95 off the top of my head. That's what I'm guessing. Could be wrong, probably wrong. So yeah, Dallas is probably better experienced on foot. Anyways, that's the recap. Thanks for watching. If you did, cheers, bye-bye.